Hey Daniel, Jessica Peterson here with Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me this morning and accepting this free video. I'm super excited that you did because today we're going to go over 3 strategies you can start applying right away, and it's going to make a significant difference in your business. And I know that it will because it's made a huge difference in over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys throughout the United States, okay? Right now, there are thousands of searches in your area for your services, okay? But you're only getting 6 people organically to your website per month. So you're missing out on tons of potential customers and over 60 to 70% of the available jobs every month by not having these 3 strategies dialed in, okay? So today we're going to talk about your content keyword strategy, your citations, and then backlinks, okay? So, as you can see, we are on your website. You've got a decent looking website. You've got basic foundations in place, which is great, okay? Google doesn't rank websites based on appearance. It is based on content. So you need good quality content and you need a lot of it, okay? Google does require that you have separate pages for each of your major services, which it looks like you have, which is great, okay? Google wants to see independent pages about that one specific service. It allows you to dig deep, answer those important questions people are asking, and really give good information to your customers. And in doing so, you're able to capitalize on the various keywords related to that service for your area. So San Antonio water damage restoration San Antonio, water damage repair San Antonio, okay? So that's what Google wants to see here. It's also highly recommended if you're not just serving San Antonio, but any of the community outside of it, the county, etc., that you have separate service area pages so that you can actually show up when people search in each part of the area that you serve, okay? Now, when we talk content can be videos and it can be images as well as written content. We want to make sure everything is optimized. So let's see, we have 24-hour emergency restoration, which is great, okay? That is good. We want to make sure that we're also doing local keywords. So it looks like these images may be partially optimized, so you're on the right step, okay? And then the other part is written content, okay? You need a lot of written content, especially on this homepage, because this homepage is the most critical page of the website as it ties all of these services together, okay? So we don't just want to label and then interlink to that page. We need information about each of these services on this page with keywords related to those services on this page, okay? This page needs 1,500 words or more of written content. If the competition has 1,500 words, you will need more. You'll want 1,800 or even 2,000 words, okay? But all based around the local keywords that people are actively searching for your services. About 90% of people, when they are searching, will search for the related keyword. They will not be searching for your name because they don't know who you are yet, okay? These are people, in many cases, who have never been in these situations. So they are searching for things like water damage restoration, San Antonio, mold removal, San Antonio, okay? Storm damage, San Antonio. Gotta focus on those local keywords people are actively searching. Google has a crawlers, which are like robots, and they go and they scan all of these pages here, okay? They look through your content, all of your images, videos, and text to understand what your business is about, to figure out what services you offer and where you offer those services. It's looking for keywords that it can index you for so it can bring customers to your website. But when your website doesn't have that content, doesn't have a keyword strategy, there's nothing for Google to understand. There's no way for Google to bring customers to your website. So having that content is absolutely critical for you guys. When we look at your top competitor for water damage in your area, we do have American Water Damage. Now, their website is not fantastic. It's very basic. They do have pages that are not here in this navigation. But they do have separate pages for each of the areas that they serve, as well as the separate service pages. Okay, this homepage does not have really any content, very similar to you guys. Okay, so we just have to do better than they are doing. They do have a forum here. I always highly recommend that you have your forums above the fold on every single page. You have seconds to capture your customer's attention. And we have found when you have the form here in the hero section, we're seeing 80% higher conversion rates when people finally do land on your page. Okay, so now these guys are absolutely going to be beatable for you guys. We just have to do better. That means better quality content, more of it, more pages, more long form blogs. All of those are going to help you to index and be able to one day outrank these guys. Okay, now when your customers are doing a search, as we know, they'll do something like this: water damage restoration San Antonio. And when they do, we want your business to be the one that's showing up. And there's three main areas here that your business has that opportunity. The first is usually going to be ads. Those are your cost per click ads, local service ads, which can be really beneficial if that's something you want to do, as long as your processes are dialed in and you have a good landing page for those ads. You're not just sending them to your main website. If you don't have those things, then it can be kind of a money pit, and you have to dial those in first. Okay, now these next two sections are even more important because this is where the bulk of the traffic comes when they're searching. This is your Google Map Pack or your Google Business Profile. You want to be one of these top three businesses listed, because 30% of people come straight here and do not go anywhere else. So if you are not listed here for your service in your area, then you're leaving money on the table and sending those customers to your competition. So in order to get your profile in these positions, you do have to optimize it, and you have to get citations, which are simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Glassdoor, Angie's. Even your social media profiles are citations. So you need a lot of those citations, and you need more than your competition has, okay? And then finally, this last section here, this is your organic section. This is the most important section because 60 to 70% of people will skip the ads, skip the maps, and they come right here. So if you're not listed here on this page, you're losing 60 to 70% of the jobs available, okay? And in order to get here, it all comes back to the foundation of this website. Having it properly built out with the right content and keyword strategy, the right pages, and then supporting that with your backlink SEO. Okay, so this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to show how websites are performing. We can see here you have a rating of a 0.1 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, which means Google doesn't trust your website. And that is because of the power you're sending to it, okay? Your website is a tool and it requires power, and it gets that power from backlinks. But it's important to understand, while you do need a lot of backlinks and we always need more than our competition, not all backlinks are good. They're not all created equal. So we only want to go after good quality do-follow links that are closely related to the services that you offer. Okay, so that's coming from websites of other home service businesses. vendors, etc. Okay, we don't want to go after other sites like Burger King or Pizza Hut, even though they're high-ranking sites, because you don't sell food. And so even though those are high-ranking sites, they're not going to help you. They will actually hurt you more than they'll help you. So the fact that you have a 0.1 rating with 71 backlinks tells me we have a lot of junky, spammy links in here, okay? So we need to go and focus on getting the good quality links, which will increase this score. Google's going to trust your website more, which is going to help your website be promoted and rank higher. And it will help rank those keywords. Now, because you really don't have much for content on your website, you've only been indexed for 8 keywords, and you're only getting 6 people to your website. And when we look at that traffic is pretty much coming from your brand, which means you're missing over 90% of the people that are actively searching, and there's thousands of searches per month, okay? When we look at your competition, they also have a pretty low score of an 8 with over 600 backlinks, which shows there's a ton of spam here. So we don't have to go after the bad backlinks, but we want to go after the good backlinks and get better quality and more, okay? But they also have a lot more pages, a lot of service pages, a lot of long-form blogs. So they're getting more keywords indexed, and they're getting over 1,400 people to their website every single month. And when we look at those keywords, there's 10 spots per page on Google. And so we can see that they are ranking for majority of these good quality keywords. And if we were to just look at one, water damage restoration, San Antonio, that keyword by itself gets 500 searches every single month. So we need to work on your content keyword strategy so we can capitalize on these searches, so that you can start driving that traffic and getting more customers, helping more people in your community. Okay, so beating these guys are absolutely possible, but you do need to apply these strategies. And please feel free to take them, run with them, and start today, and start helping more people in your community. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in growth, go ahead and give us a call here at Peterson SEO, because this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys, okay? So please feel free to ask any questions. Go ahead and reply to my email, send me a text, give us a call, and we would be happy to chat. I would also love it if you would please give us some feedback on this video, so we can continue to do better, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I do look forward to hearing from you soon, Daniel.